Hi, welcome back to Therapy Designs. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kelly, and this channel is all about print-on-demand everything, not only what to do, but how to do it. So if that is something that you're interested in, please hit like and subscribe and stick around. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and sell customizable products on Etsy. So I've had a lot of questions about this. This is the one that I'm going to show you guys how to do. It's pretty simple. I didn't want to go with anything that was like a difficult design for this because it was more about sort of talking you through the process. But this one that I have here that we're going to show you today is customizable in terms of switching out the dog breeds. This would be the mock-up that I would actually use on my Etsy shop, where it does say customizable and the listing will say customizable. And I'll show you guys how you can go ahead and sell it so that if somebody wanted it to say, instead of Bulldog, Chihuahua Glitter, or any other dog breed, how you could go ahead and sell this and just have one listing up. That is then customizable. And so if you want to learn how to do this, go ahead and stick around. So in today's video, I'm going to go over how to create customizable or personalized designs for Etsy. I've had a lot of people asking about how exactly you would do that, like what the process is. So this may take a little bit of time for this video because I'm going to go over a lot of different steps. But let's just start at the very beginning. You're creating a customizable design. So I'm going to do a really simple one here just because this is less about the design and more about the process. But let's go ahead and say I'm designing for a t-shirt. I'm going to go to custom size. I'm going to select 4500 by 5400 pixels because that's how I design my shirts. I like to design my shirts for darker colors, so I'm just going to go ahead and select black for my background color. And I'm going to design something that could be customizable or scaled out, however you want to do it. So for this design, I'm going to go ahead and make an easy one. It's going to say it's not dog hair, it's blank glitter. And the blank could then be any kind of, dog breed that you wanted. So I'll make one that says Bulldog glitter, but it could be Chihuahua glitter. It could be whatever you want. And that is the way that the person would be able to then customize it. So instead of putting up 500 listings with different dog breeds, you put up one listing and you have the buyer specify what dog breed that they want in there. And so that is just one way that you could make something customizable. So let's just go ahead. We'll do this really easy. I'm going to pull up a text box. This is going to be mostly a text to design. And so the first thing I'm going to write is going to be, it's not. That's going to be my first box. Really easy and big across the top. I'm just going to go ahead and hit Control D because it's going to be easier this way. And then I'm going to put dog hair and make that one big across the top. So it's going to come here. It's not dog hair. Another text box. This one is going to say it's. Here we go. Another text box I'm going to pull up. And this one we'll go ahead and call it Bulldog. It's Bulldog. And then one more text box, and this one is going to say glitter. Okay, so you can already see the way that this is going to look. This one is, again, a pretty simple design. It's going to be mostly text all across the screen. You do want to pick your fonts carefully. You want it to be a cool font, something that looks nice. So there was a couple fonts that I liked to go with. So for the top words, I'm going to go ahead and just go with a font called Magic Flower, which is one that I got off of Creative Fabrica. But there are a lot of fun fonts that you can do, so you can use anything you want. Oops. And there's Magic Flower. And the cool thing about that was it's just a nice groovy font. I know groovy is in a lot lately, so I decided to just pull some of that groovy in here. Keep in mind the kind of person that's going to wear a shirt like this is probably going to be a girl. You're not going to get too many guys wearing shirts that say, Bulldog glitter or something like that. So just to keep that in mind. So you can make it a little bit more on the girlier side. And so there, that looks pretty straightforward, right? And we'll center that. So then the next font I was going to use here in terms of the dog breed, I was going to go with another font. This one was called Cathor. Get this right, Cawthorn. There it is. And I thought that was kind of cute. There is my bulldog. And then the last one I came up with, this glitter. This one was a font that I did get off of Creative Fabrica, and I liked it because it was sort of a dog font. So it worked really well. It was a display font for dogs. This one was called Paw Wow Block. Paw Wow Block Regular. There it is. And so it's kind of cute because it gives you the little dog paws and the little like bone look. And so I did like that one there. And so something like that looks pretty cool. I may need to kind of play with the size here to make everything look like it's going to fit nicely. Maybe bring these top ones up a little bit, just so I know I've got some room. There is my bulldog and my glitter. That looks kind of cool. Maybe make it a tiny bit bigger. Centered. Okay. There's my basic design. Pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple little, like maybe bones here just on the side. So I'm going to go over to elements. I'm going to go up to the top. I'm just going to go ahead and search bone. Sorry, my dogs are barking a lot right now. I apologize for that. Here is a bone. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that it's all white. I don't want an outline on it or anything. So just the bone. And it's just going to go ahead and go like that. And then I'm going to hit Control D. That will duplicate it if you hit Control D, so I can get an exact copy and put it on the other side. So this is going to be my base design. And this word is going to be interchangeable. So I save this basic design on my Canva page. And then when somebody goes and orders the design, I would simply come here, change this word, and then upload that file as the print file. So I'll kind of show you how that's going to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, it's not dog hair. Let's just title it that one, or dog hair, and I can just put template. And I would download this, make it a transparent background, download it, and then I would go ahead and jump over to, you know, whatever your print platform is. I, for t-shirts, tend to use Printful. It's just the one that I started with and I was happy with it, so I decided to keep going. So if I was going to add a product to my shop, I am here on my Printful, I'm on my stores. Right now, this is my Etsy shop. I can hit add a product, and then I can pick a product that I want. When it comes to shirts, I tend to just do the basic shirt. So I can go with men's clothing, regular t-shirts, and then I usually do the Gildan. Give it a second here. The basic Gildan, it has the cheapest price point here. There's a men's classic Gildan, but there was also a unisex Gildan, and that would be right here. The unisex basic soft style Gildan, price point $8.55 for that. So that's a nice cheap shirt. It comes in not a lot of colors, but again, you don't need a lot of colors. So I would just kind of select the darker ones, and then I'd go ahead and drop my design. So I'm going to upload a file. It'll pull up your downloads, and you can go ahead and pick your template. So here I have my design right here, pretty straightforward. And I would go ahead and upload this the way I normally would. So I'll hit continue. It's going to want title tags, all of that stuff, mockups. I'm just going to go ahead and choose basic mockups. I always do like to create my own mockup, but I do like to have multiple styles. So I will go ahead and select the one on the hanger, just the front, so I don't need the back or the zoomed in. So this is just going to give me my different colors. I'm still going to create my own mock-up for the main image, and I'm going to create my own mock-up for the sizing, but I will go ahead and include this, that way they can see the general cut and color. So it's always good to have multiple mock-ups. Then I'm going to go ahead, hit continue. Let's go ahead and title this. This is going to be customizable. We'll call it customizable dog breed. Dog breed. Let's see, there's a lot of different ways we can title it. Dog breed t-shirt. I'm going to put the actual title. It's not dog hair. It's, and for this one we'll just put bulldog, but it could be anything, bulldog glitter. And we'll call that a t-shirt. T-shirt. Let's go ahead. We'll go with funny. Funny dog breed. We can call it T. And I can go ahead and just put customizable gift. Something like that. So I got different titles up there. I'm going to leave all of that the same. I don't need the size image because I'm going to put my own up, but if you weren't putting up your own size guide, you would definitely want to include this because they need to know kind of what sizes are available, especially on Etsy. Otherwise you'll get a lot of returns, and returns lead to losing money. So you definitely don't want to do that. So here, what would you do for your tags? It could be anything, dog breeds, customizable for sure. You can put customizable gift. Dog hair, or it's not dog hair. Is that going to work? Something glitter. Put dog glitter. And you can kind of keep going with this, whatever you want. I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. Product selections, if you have different sections in your shop, which I always suggest. So I've got different sections in my shop. It just helps organize things. And if somebody's looking for something, it's easier for them to figure out what they want. I do have one that says animals, so I would go ahead and put it in my animal section. I could go ahead and hit continue here. You know, you've got different price points here. I always up the price and then run a sale. It's a good way to get people to buy is if they think something is on sale. So what you could do is instantly mark the price up by 25% and then run a 25% off sale. I make them pay for shipping, but I do offer free shipping on orders of $35 or more. But if they were just ordering one shirt, they would pay for the shipping there, so I don't have to worry about factoring that into the cost. So the way I typically do it here is I put $26.65 as my base price, and then I go ahead and mark that down 25%, and so that typically sells it at around, what would that be, $19.99 a shirt, I think is what I was shooting for, and then they pay shipping. And so that would give me, you know, roughly here's an $11 profit. Of that, you know, Etsy's going to take usually somewhere between 5 and 8, depending on whether or not it came from an offsite ad or any of that. Because it's customizable, you may want to include a higher price point just because it's a customizable option versus non-customizable. But I'll go ahead and just put $25.65 for all of these. Perfect. So I'm looking at keeping them all in that range. I'll go ahead and submit it to the store. Now it'll take a while to go to the store, but we'll go ahead, go to the store, and then I'll show you what I would do from there. Okay, so I've jumped over to my Etsy shop. I'm on my listings page here, and what you'll see is if you're using Printful and you upload something, it'll go into your draft section. So here I am in my draft section, and that'll pull up what I just made. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and look at everything that we're going to do. So here's where I'm going to go ahead, add in my my custom size templates and my main image, and then I'm going to come down here. There is a spot where you can go ahead and check that this is customizable. So not all of these do you need to do anything with. I mean, sometimes I'll do, you know, short sleeve is fine. If I was going to do like it's a crew neck or anything like that. Most of these I leave alone. Okay, every time I get on here, they're constantly changing where everything is. And so if you're looking at this and yours looks different than mine, it means they've probably changed it again. But at this time, this is what it looks like, which is different than the last time I made a video on this. But I'm going to go ahead and hit add personalization. This is what you will find at this point underneath your description. So you can put add personalization. So this is where you can go ahead and just write in some examples or what you want them to put. So I'm going to go ahead and put enter, or type in, or whatever you want, dog breed. So they can select their dog breed right there. Right now, we've got it checked. So it is make personalization optional for the buyer. And so that is how you're going to save it to make it personalizable, or personalization. I guess I put customization, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead, and while I've got this open, jump back over to Canva, because I do want to go ahead and make my main images here. So if I was jumping back over to Canva, for example, I do make my own mock-ups. And so I do have some already made that I would just go ahead and use. So for example, these are some of the mock-up pages I use. So I've got some Christmas ones, some holiday ones here that I use. This is my general mock-up, and all it is this is a picture of the shirt. So this is the exact shirt I'm selling, which is a Gildan. I got this photo off of Etsy. So you can just literally buy the photo off of Etsy of whatever product it is that you're selling. So I am selling this exact Gildan shirt. So this is what I would then go ahead and use for my main mock-up image, and then I'll just put my design over the top. So I could go over to the side where I've got uploads, and I would go ahead and upload my design. And so I've got my design uploaded, and I would just go ahead and put it on the shirt. And so I would shrink it down, place it on the shirt so that I, think it looks natural the way it would print on the shirt. And so you may play with that a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in so I can see it a little bit more. So something like that looks pretty good. And then what I would want to do is make it known that this is customizable. So I'd probably put a little box somewhere here that says customizable. So let's say I was to go up to elements, and maybe I was just going to put banner, box, something like that. What can I come up with? Here's graphics. And so you've got just little box thingies here, and those would all work. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but you can see how you could come up with just little boxes that you could write things in. So let's go ahead and make it pretty simple. So once I've gone ahead and created my mock-up with something in here that allows you to say that it's customizable, because I want them to see that on the mock-up to know, I'm going to go ahead and just download it. So I can just download this mock-up. It is my current page. And so that is what I'm going to use on my Etsy shop as my main image. So I would go ahead then, I'm going to jump right back over to Etsy, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in an image. So I'll add in what I just made. And then I also have a size guide that, again, I did purchase on Etsy specifically for this Gildan shirt. That looks a little bit better than the size guide that would be given if you just used the one provided by Printful. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have it saved here. Pull up my Gildan size guide that, again, I bought off of Etsy, just so that, it looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more professional. So there's my size chart there. I'm going to go ahead and make this one my primary image, so it looks something like that. And so now the listing is pretty much ready to go. So what I could do here is go ahead and publish this listing, and now it's ready to get up. So I can hit publish with the changes. There's a 20-cent publishing fee, which is, again, why you don't want to have to put up 1,000 versions unless you really want to pay 20 cents for each version. You can just have one version up, and then as people order it, they can customize it. Made a sale, sorry. And so now it is ready to go. So what would happen then if I got a sale, and or if somebody messaged me or somebody gave me a sale and it gave you what they wanted it to be customized. Usually you would get an email to your email account from Etsy, telling you that you've got a sale, and it will list in there what they've wanted for customizable. So let's say I put Bulldog and they wanted one that said Pit Bull. It would say that in the email. Once I get that email, I would then be able to just go back over to my Canva shop, right? I would go ahead and change my design. So I would pull up my saved design and I could change my design to whatever they wanted. So at this point, if they wanted Pitbull, I could go ahead and change that. I may have to play with the size and everything to make sure that it still looks good. Obviously, different dogs are going to have different lengths, but try to keep it pretty similar. So now I would go ahead and I would save this. And so this is the design that I would use. So I could go ahead and save this one and title it, let's say Pitbull. And then I would go ahead, download, transparent background. There we go. And then what I would have to do then would be go over to Printful. Now in Printful, you would have to go to your orders. So once you go over to your orders, you say waiting for fulfillment. But if it was something that was personalizable, Printful would know that, and it would say that you would need to kind of approve or confirm it. So all you would do then would be to open up the order, and it'll pull open your order. And then what you could do would be go down here to change order. So once you get to change order, it's going to pull up the order itself. And from there, you would go ahead and edit. And so from here where you would go ahead and edit, you'd hit that, and it's going to pull up the original design. From here, what you would do is you would get rid of the image that you have. So you would get rid of it, and then you would put in the new image. Essentially, that's all you would have to do, is get rid of the old image, put in the new image, continue, and then go ahead and save the order as is. And then the person would get the order with their print file in it, and that's all you really have to do. And so it's pretty easy in terms of that way, when it's just sort of they tell you what you want, what text they want, and you just change the print file to show that text. It's pretty simple there. It does get a little bit harder if you're doing custom designs where, like, let's say they wanted to put a photo in something and they had to send you a photo. Well, if that was the case, then what I would typically do would be to go through messages. And so they'll send you a message. I would have them attach the photo in the message. I would download the photo. I would upload it onto Canva, put it in the design however it is that I wanted it. And then once I had the design, what I would do is I would send them in messages an image of the design for them to approve. Once they approved it, then I would go ahead and put it on Printful and have it made. But I would do it all, typically I'll do it all through messages. So they'll message me what they want. I can collaborate with them. I can show them different versions. Once they've selected the version, then I just go ahead and go to Printful or whatever my print company is and go ahead and have it made up. But that's how I offer custom or customizable gifts. And my shop, I will let them customize anything and everything because, they're all my own designs, and I will do any of the custom products. So they can customize hats, they can customize shirts, whatever, and whatever you could possibly want to sell, I can make it custom. And my shop does on the banner, if I was to go to my shop banner, it does say custom designs on request, and I do go ahead and have that in several spots, including something that says just message me for custom designs. And so I'll just get messages for custom designs. So if you have any questions about this, go ahead, drop it in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as I can. I'm sorry there's been a lot of background noise in today's video. I hope you guys are doing well with your Q4 sales, and I do hope to see you guys again next week. That's it for today's video. If you found that useful and would like to see more videos with helpful tips and tricks, be sure to hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the weekly videos. As always, keep growing and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.